backpack, and so this can become what's called like a little day pack. So if we're going to go hiking to a waterfall or something like that, we can literally take this off, and that's why it's got all that in there. Okay, the other thing that you're going to want to take with you is realize that when we're at Philmont, we do not have the ability, what's that, Bishop? We don't have the ability to go to Walmart. We don't have the ability, once we're dropped off, to go anywhere. So we have to be self-contained. When I went to Philmont, we didn't have any rain. We didn't have any semblance of rain or anything at all like that. It was actually very good weather, other than just being hotter than Hades. If it does start to rain, they do have a monsoon season there, where literally if it starts raining, it can rain for 3 or 4 days straight. So what this is a pack cover. So when you buy your backpack, you want to get a back cover with it. And so if it starts raining, you just pull it out. It needs to be someplace close, and it covers your pack, and it protects your pack from rain. This is just a flashlight. And what I'll do is, I like these flashlights because I just put it on my belt, and then I don't have to worry about it during the day. When it gets dark, it's there for me. Any questions about any of that stuff so far, gentlemen? Good.
What kind of knives are not permitted at Philmont?
Very good. Basically, they don't want you to bring a sheath knife. Do you guys know what a sheath knife is?
Yeah.
Yeah, they say in Scouts, basically just something no longer than the palm of your hand should be sufficient in size, okay?
So I can't bring my survival knife? It's got like...
Is that like the Rambo knife?
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't bring your Rambo knife. Can I tell you something? You don't want to bring your Rambo knife because what does that weigh,
heavy.
4 pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? If you were going to go kill boar, or things like that, I can see having the Rambo knife. But you probably don't. You probably don't need that. Okay. There's a couple of things. Everything that I kind of gear myself towards is weight. And anything that weighs a lot, I try to avoid and realize everything that we take in, we have to pack out. Now, I will probably take a couple of things like this just to, at the very beginning. Last time we went, I got sick. And when you're sick and you want to throw up and you feel like you've got the flu the whole time, anything like this I think would have made me feel better. By about the 3rd day, I felt a whole lot better. So I'll probably bring about 3 of these. But I'll pack them in, and then the very first time we go to a commissary, I'll be able to throw them away. And then hopefully after that, if I'm having any trouble, I should be fine.
What is that?
It's just basically, it's a Kellogg's To Go. It's basically like a protein shake.
Oh, protein.
Yeah. And really what I'm looking for is I'm looking for high protein, lightweight. It's really what I'm looking for. Okay, when I packed this pack, I thought we were also going to be preparing to go this weekend. So I thought what I'd also do is just go over a few things for when we backpack. Everybody should have their own first aid kit. Okay, then the troop will also, or not the troop, I'm sorry, the crew will also have a big first aid kit. And in the troop first aid kit, we'll carry things like the SAM splints and things like that. Worst case scenario, in Philmont, they say that they should be able to evacuate everybody within 2 hours or 1 night. So in other words, if something happens at 6 o'clock at night, they might not be able to get you out till the next day. So we have to be self-sufficient. And that's when I talk to the bishop, that's the biggest concern that they have is most first aids are geared towards dial 911 and they're there in 20 minutes. This first aid is geared towards a wilderness setting, and so that's why they want 2 adults per crew to have the training. Okay, what this is, who knows what this is, guys? This is a water purifier. Okay. Last time we went with 12 guys, and this was the biggest bottleneck that we had. We had 3 water purifiers, and one of them broke. So when they would go purify water, what would happen is the young men would go and purify water. Sometimes it would take them 3 hours to fill up all the water bottles. Okay.
Can you use pills?
We can do pills if we want to.
Okay.
So we just decided to purify water just because of the taste.
Okay.
Have you ever done the pills before?
Yeah, that's what we did at the 50-miler last time.
We can do pills. As a crew, we can decide
We did
what
both.
we want to do.
So.
Yeah. From my standpoint, and what will happen is when we go into any staff camp, when we report to the ranger, that's the first question that we ask is, can we drink the water? And every staff camp that we went to last time, the answer to that was yes. So then you kind of go in and you fill it's the dry camps, and then it's when you're on the trail that, we actually purified water. I don't like the pills just because it tastes like chlorine, it tastes like pool water to me. And so that's why. The other thing is, you'll notice on the outside of this, you'll notice that I have two types of Nalgene bottles. One is clear, and then one is colored. Okay, the colored one tells me that it has had sugar in it at some point in time. So at night, where does that go, gentlemen?
Smellables.
Bear bag, okay. So when the bear bag goes up, the clear one, if it's never had sugar in it, then it can stay down with me. And so that tells me just very quickly which ones go in the bear bags and which ones can stay down with me. To kind of give you guys an idea, just a little bit about bear bags, Philmont has about 20,000 people that go through it every year. There are bear in Philmont. There's probably more bear per acre up in North Georgia than there is in Philmont. But Philmont is very zealous about following their bear protocols, where we prepare food, where we go to the bathroom, where we hang our bear bags, and where we set up our tents. And so the ranger that's with us for the first 2 days, we'll meet our ranger right as we meet. He'll check us in. The next day, they'll drop us off. The ranger will stay with us for 2 days. And during that time period, they'll teach us things from preparing food, the Philmont way, to hanging bear bags, the Philmont way. And then after about the morning of the second day that we're on the trail, the ranger will leave us. If the ranger is hanging out with us after the second or third day, then that is telling us that we are doing something wrong, and the ranger is worried about leaving us. But last time the ranger left us, and it was no problem. When it comes to food, okay, we'll do this too. This is, can you tell me what this is, gentlemen?
Yes.
That's one of those portable stove things.
That's right, this is a whisper light, okay? And the whisper light, it actually runs on white gas, and we can actually fill up, come on in. Yeah, we're in here. And so we can actually fill up in the backcountry. The white gas is one thing that they do sell there. They recommend a white gas stove as opposed to like a jet boil or something like that, because when you're getting into the jet boils, which I have with jet boil, I really like my jet boil. The issue that they have with jet boils is then when you get to the higher altitudes, they're less reliable. With the white gas, it burns, and that's why they recommend something that burns white gas. Last time we took 3, we really only used 2. The third one is in case one breaks. So as a crew, each crew should have about 3. And then the next thing that I do is, this is the food that I had for this weekend. And I thought what I would do is just kind of walk you guys through it, for when we do go backpacking here, you guys will have an idea of what to bring. And again, what I look for is I look for something high in protein and very easy. When we backpack, one of the things I really like to do is just to constantly be eating, having something, because I have a problem with low blood sugar. And so what I try to do is I try to keep my blood sugar as high as I can while we're backpacking. Because then when we stop, my blood sugar, if I'm not eating, my blood sugar will actually crash. So you see me eating. And so I just have crackers. What's this stuff back here, gentlemen?
It's mixed.
Hot chocolate?
Hot chocolate, okay. Is this going to be cold this weekend?
Yes.
Okay, when we get up on Saturday morning, is it going to be cold?
Yes.
It will be cold. I can guarantee you it's going to be cold. There is nothing that tastes as good as hot chocolate when it's like 25 degrees outside and your hands are not working right. If you can just get some hot chocolate in you to kind of get started, it makes all the difference in the world. Very easy, just oatmeal. And you'll see a lot of this is, you can just literally take the whisper light or a jet boil. You can boil water in 2 minutes.